Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not going to happen. Tell me it's going to fail. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Hello, Dexter?
The greatest mobile podcast on Spotify. Talking Detour Diaries, man, no need to lie, but a trucker's life is really underrated. Most of our stories go into the waste bin. We hit the road, embracing the communities, talking to people about their lives, inspiring unity, from the highs to the lows and the trials that we face. Detour Diaries, man, we're leaving our trace. Good morning to you from the Ameristar Hotel and Casino in beautiful Kansas City. Thank you for tuning in to this pit stop of the Detour Diaries. My name is Mike, and I am the host of this self-proclaimed greatest mobile podcast on Spotify. And I wanted to talk to the prospective truck drivers for a little bit. If you're listening to this and you want to obtain your CDL, there are new ways of doing it. The ways of knowing somebody that had a truck and them teaching you how to drive it are done. You can't do that anymore. February 7th of 2022, that went away. Now you have to go through an accredited program recognized by the FMCSA, and that program must adhere to all ELDT requirements. Early Learning Driver Training is what ELDT stands for. Now in the state, the first thing you're going to need to do is decide on the funding. How are you going to pay for truck driving school if that's where you're going to go? Well, that's where you have to go. How are you going to pay for the truck driving school? Are you going to self-fund? Are you looking for programs within the state that you're going to need to go to? Most of the time it's about $5,000 to $6,500 in case you're looking into the school and the price. It's about $5,000 to $6,500 in most states. There are programs in the state that I live in Michigan. There's Detroit Back to Work. There's Michigan Works. So if you're out of Michigan, please check with your local state to see which funding options are available. You're going to want to find a school, and not just any school either. The one doing the most probably isn't the one for you. And I say that because the one doing the most is where everybody is going. And if everybody's going there, that means there's less time for you to be in a truck. It doesn't mean that they have more trucks. Well, they do. But with those more trucks, they have more bodies. And with those more bodies, it gives you less time. I've been to 20 different schools. I've recruited from 20 different schools, over 20 different schools. I've taught at 3 different schools. And I'm telling you, do your homework. Find a school that has a low student-to-instructor ratio. The lower the better. Here's why. If you have a school that is starting a new class of 20 to 30 every week, you think, wow, they must have an incredible program. Everybody's going there. Well, they very well may have an incredible program. But I assure you that 80 to 100 people on a training lot at one time is too much. It doesn't offer you a lot of seat time. Even 40 to 50 is too much. You want to be able to get as much time in that seat as possible. It's important that the student-to-instructor ratio is lower. The lower, the better. I promise you. I've had students tell me that a group setting wouldn't have been as advantageous to them and that they very much appreciated the small class size. It's beneficial. You get more of a one-on-one. You can sit there and, hey, Mike, why do we do this? Or why is he doing that? You can really get a grasp quicker with a smaller ratio. You've passed your truck driving school, you got your CDL. You're a driver now. You're not. You passed the test, and that's all you have is info. Now the learning begins, which is why it's imperative. You find a company that's going to offer a great on-the-job training. A company that accepts new graduates and wants to improve on your fresh, impressionable, non-bad habit-forming mind. Find you a company that's going to pay you your worth. You're a CDL holder. Do you know what that means? That means you can go and work anywhere in these United States. Anywhere. You are a resource. You have value. Find you a company that wants to help you thrive. You should really beware of smoke and mirrors. If it sounds too good to be true, chances are it is. Know your motivation. Is it money? Are you doing this for money? It's out there. You can make it. But in order to get that money, you're going to have to give up something. And what you give up in order to make that money as a brand new driver is usually your physical effort. That's what you're going to have to give that up to make that money. So it's going to be a physical job usually. There are a lot of companies that will hire new graduates outside of school where you could put your body through the ringer and make a quick buck. I wouldn't recommend it forever. But there are places like a Cisco and a Sigma and a McLean and a Reinhardt and GFS and US Foods. All of these companies, I know they're all food service. There's a reason for that. Everybody eats. Everybody eats. Not everybody drinks beer. Not everybody drinks soda. But everybody eats. And those carriers are paying well. Again, you're going to have to put your body through the ringer. So find your motivation. Is it the freedom of being a nomad? Maybe over the road's perfect for you then. But don't take a job where you're only making 38, 48 cents a mile. That's crazy. Find an employer that's going to foster those things that you want. As much as the employer is interviewing you, interview them. A very close friend of mine told me that whenever he went to an interview, he looked around and he noticed if the lawn was manicured. He noticed people's overall moods, how their facial expressions seemed, how they walked, how they carried themselves. Paid attention to how clean the break room was, the bathrooms were, all of these things, because it gave him so much information about what his everyday was going to be like in that new place. The drivers, new drivers, prospective drivers, that little bit there was for you. I hope you found that informative. If you have any questions, we're on Facebook, Detour Diaries. We are on Twitter, @_Detour Diaries. We have a Discord, and the link to the Discord is on both of those social medias, both Facebook and Twitter. So if you have any questions, you want to reach out, please jump into the Discord and shoot me a message. Hop into Facebook. Like the page, follow the page. We do new podcasts every Monday. If there's some information that you would like to hear about for new truck drivers, please let me know. All right, so I wanted to switch lanes for a second. I'm at the Ameristar currently because I have a trailer tire that needs to be fixed. I lied. I'm at the Ameristar currently because I have a trailer that needs to be fixed. The lights stay on for about 5 seconds. They go off, come back on, go off. I sit waiting for a local trailer place to come and fix this trailer that I just pull. Owner-operator. I just pull this trailer. These lights didn't work prior to me picking this up. And somebody else should have done their due diligence in doing this. And that's my annoyance a little bit. But I did get into a little bit of a debate with my friend who's a certified director of safety about what's fair or not fair for the driver, for the company, as far as downtime goes when there is a mechanical issue like this. And I've done admin, I've done teaching, and I've been a driver. I've done 3 different things within logistics, and I'm here to tell you that I don't do what's fair to the driver, I do what's fair, period. And in my opinion, what is fair is that if a driver is down pulling a piece of company property that he just dropped and swapped. That's all he did. I dropped a loaded trailer in a door, and I grabbed this only empty trailer that I could grab. This only one. This is it. I can't do nothing else. So do I pre-trip it properly and then put it out of service like I did, or do I waste countless hours? The Love said that it was going to be until tonight before they even got it done. You're talking after my 10 hours, that would have been 9 to 10 hours after my 10 hours was up. I feel like as a driver, we should get paid for everything that we do. If it's hooking up to a trailer, if it's pre-tripping a trailer, if it's post-tripping a trailer, live unload, live pickup, live load, doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, you should get paid for as a driver. And I was met with that's the world of trucking. Well, that's a crap world. And I don't live in a world where I do things for free. And I don't think other people should live in a world where they do things for free. I don't know that carriers aren't or are paying. So I would love your guys' feedback. If you break down, are you being paid downtime for that? Are they giving you any kind of compensation for that? Is it just enough to pacify? If I sit all day today and I don't move, I lose effectively about $900. You'd have to pay me $90 an hour for me to sit here $10 or for 10 hours. I said 40 and got laughed at. I don't think that me sitting out here in 102-degree weather, burning the fuel that I pay for, and asking for $40 an hour for downtime is that ridiculous. It's my fuel, not yours. I paid for it. I don't have to run it, but at the end of the day, I do, because I'm sitting here with your broken equipment. I couldn't have picked a different trailer. There wasn't one. So what's right? What's ethical? What's fair? I really do want to know what your guys' opinions are in this. It's not my equipment. It's just not my equipment. A clean inspection bonus, it doesn't, that incentive isn't enough for me to down this trailer. It's barely $900 I would lose today. 9. Your inspection bonus of $300 for me to maybe get pulled into the scale isn't enough. So carriers, what are you doing to compensate your drivers for that time? You need to understand that's not enough. Your safety bonus, your incentive bonus for clean inspections, those aren't enough. What are you doing to stop things like this from happening? Because if there were good things in place, another driver would have stopped and had this fixed. Change begots change begots change. And this is what we need to do. Doing something for free only allows that manipulation to continue down the line. Stop working for pennies on the dollar. Stop allowing yourself to be taken advantage of and manipulated by carriers. Know your worth. It's pretty evident what actually needs to change in culture. To be told that that's the nature of trucking is, that's just, it's unacceptable to me. People want everything for nothing. Major carriers are trying to save so much money, it's insane to me. These companies that are paying 38, 42, 45 cents a mile, no shot. Not buying it.
Now it's time to shift gears.
All right, so heading out to Kansas City, I stopped in the Love's on 70 to have a shower. It was a small Love's, 60 parking spots, 8 fuel spots, 4.5 showers, 90 employees, 1 woman washing the showers. This woman has a boot on her foot. Now, the 4.5 bathrooms, 90 employees was an exaggeration. However, there were at least 10. 4 I saw working. 1 shower washer, 1 fuel lane checkout person, 1 gas lane checkout person, and a McDonald's worker. There was a backup in the fuel aisle. It's 10 a.m. Around me, I saw 3 men standing in orange vests with Loves on it, doing nothing. I saw 1 blue shirt man talking with an orange shirt man, very much admiration. Anyway, 45 to 60 minute wait for the shower. I'm standing there. I'm not pressed for time. I don't care how long it takes for me to get a shower. It's Thursday. I'm due. Need that shower. So, I hear over the PA, if you're done fueling, please pull forward to make space for your fellow driver. This wasn't an automated, pre-recorded prompt. This was that fuel checkout worker doing what he's told. Now I'm starting to look at the why of things. Why are trucks piled up in your fuel aisle? Why is the energy inside this love so damn high. And I think it's attributed to all the people that were in there. Nobody was working. There was no energy being exerted elsewhere. The energy was just staying stagnant. And anyway, so I walk over to orange shirt guy, who's the district manager, and the blue shirt guy, who's the general manager at the store, and I explained to him that the one person washing the showers has a boot on her foot, and you have so many other people around here doing absolutely nothing. I looked at this man and told him that there had to be a better way, a more ethical way, more moral way to do this. And if you want trucks to move, make space for them. You don't have the parking spots, clean the showers faster. Roll your sleeves up and lead. That's what a leader's supposed to do. This ship is sinking, and you want the people that are visiting this ship to make space somewhere. We can't do that. You do that. Roll your sleeves up. Do the work. All the work. Dirty work. I would think clearing your parking lot and getting them in and out would be the first thing on your guy's mind. Clear the parking lot. How do we do that? We have hot food, hot coffee, clean bathrooms, showers ready to go. You should have a shower team. I have the utmost respect for the people that work at the truck stops, rest areas. To see another human have to struggle while people stand 15 to 20 feet away from her doing nothing, and that's not an exaggeration. That's a tough one to swallow and just sit by idly and not say something about. So hopefully some things change, because that wasn't a good look. That was not a good look. It really. She was a nice lady. She had many broken bones actually in her foot, and she was cleaning showers. Just do better. Do better as people. Do better as leaders. That's not how you lead. That is not how you lead. You don't let your people fail, so then you can sit back and write them up or whatever it is you want to do. That's what a coward is. Really makes you wonder. Hey, that's going to do it for this pit stop of the Detour Diaries. Thank you so much for joining me in this 9th chapter. Don't forget, we are on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter is @_Detour Diaries. Facebook is just Detour Diaries. And the link to our Discord is on both social medias. We drop a new episode every week. Everywhere you can find your favorite podcast: iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Anywhere you enjoy the content, be sure to like and follow, as each one helps us reach more ears. I appreciate all of the support from friends I've had for decades, or people I've only just met. It's so very appreciated. I find it truly amazing what happens when we actually start talking. As always, stay safe, drivers, and until next time.
This has been another pit stop on the Detour Diaries.
Say ooh, kill them with the kindness, even when things don't look that brightest. Even when the world don't act just fine, as day will come when I rock the I don't know what I should do, I don't know where I should go. Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is I gotta stay composed. Say ooh, kill them with the kindness, even when things don't look that brightest. Even when the world don't act just fine, as day will come when I rock the I don't know what I should do, I don't know where I should go. Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is I gotta stay composed. Your judgment on justice, no need for the rush. Out of context as fuck, it's not all boom or bust. Everyone leaves, it gets harder to trust. The way that I'm acting wasn't how I was brought up. Sorry to my folks, I'm better than this. Y'all told me I better stand up to the pricks. Not to be one thing with reason, be a real one, what you're feeling. Being kind now looks good, any season out of style for a while. Single file in the line now, turn the dial and rewind now. And watch walked a mile in their shoes, you confuse why I accuse all your peers who've been trying to live their best lives too. Our perceptions differ, the connection different. Why we blame each other for our indecisions? What a world it is, I couldn't explain to kids why they face flint, don't make sense. All the world does is beat you down, laughing at you when you hit the ground. Having lost is what got you found. All the days that I wasted, wow, was bitter and spiteful and trapped in a cycle. This life is a tightrope, but I found a light bulb to shine like a light bulb. I see with my eyes closed, kill him with the kindness, otherwise I go psycho. Say ooh, kill him with the kindness, even when things don't look that brightest. Even when the world don't act just fine, this day will come when I rock out. I don't know what I should do, I don't know where I should go. Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is I gotta stay composed. Say ooh, kill him with the kindness, even when things don't look that brightest. Even when the world don't act just fine, this day will come when I rock out. I don't know what I should do, I don't know where